In this video, we are going to talk about whether you should have a personal brand or a business brand. Hi, my name is Shireen Francis, and welcome to Personal Brand Boss, where I help you come out of the shadows, come out of hiding, step into the light, and share your message so that you can grow your personal brand for more clients, sales, and opportunities. And before we jump into this, I am going to advise you to take notes and weigh your options. Should you develop a personal brand or a business brand? We will go through the differences in this video, and towards the end, we will help you decide whether you should have one or the other or both. So let's dive in. So a personal brand often has these elements. The first thing is that there is a person, a persona that is the face of the brand. It could be you, it could be one specific individual, and often the brand is built around this individual. It's built around their stories, their experience, their expertise, their interests, their hobbies, their lifestyle, their unique take, their unique perspective, their ideas, their values. What's awesome about a personal brand is that people buy from people. They make connections with an individual. They decide whether or not they trust them, they believe them, they think that they can do the job, and then they'll buy from that person. People are more likely to buy from an individual that they feel connected to than a logo or a company. It's kind of like that local business effect, right? If you know that your neighbor next door needs to feed their children, put a roof over their head, you're most likely gonna support them in their business because you can really relate to them as an individual that needs to do the exact same things versus a big corporation that's making millions and millions of dollars that maybe, you know, the possibility of them paying their bills is a lot greater than your next door neighbor. So that local business effect, that relationship effect really does help when it comes to sales. As long as you are able to show that you can actually do the job and that you have a quality product and it's within what the person needs, then absolutely, they're most likely gonna buy from the person than the company that they don't have much of a connection to. So that's the personal brand. Let's go into business brand. Now, a business brand is a little different because there isn't one person that is the face of the company. Oftentimes there will be a logo with imagery that visually communicates what the company does. They're often backed by a team of individuals, and so it's not necessarily one person that's doing one thing, but a whole company of people that are working together. Now, it's not to say that they don't use faces. A lot of companies that do great branding will leverage faces. This is what we see in commercial ads when we see a family illustrating, you know, buy this great dinner at so-and-so restaurant, right? They are still leveraging people and relationships in some way, especially when it comes to digital marketing. There is a whole field called user-generated content. This is where a brand or company will hire an influencer or somebody that has their face and a following online, and they will pay them to promote their products, use their products, or place their products and services within their videos and to their audience. And so business brands do leverage faces. They do leverage people and the idea of relationships. They do craft messaging to really appeal to an individual so that there is a sense of relationship. And these companies, though, will do it where there's not one distinct person. Now, a business brand will still also have values. They will have a sense of interest. The interest is usually related to the business, and they will have a specific message as well. So those things are very similar to a personal brand. Now, one might say, oh, what about legacy though? If you have a personal brand, your name becomes known for something. But the same thing goes with these companies. They may seem very far off as some sort of legacy, but when you think about it, Look at Ford Motors, for example. Ford Motors started with Ford. He was a living, breathing person before the company transcended him and his vision and became something of its own. So a personal brand does have a person, and that person is the face of the company for a long time. Oftentimes business brands start small with one person, but the business will grow into its own entity and be its own person per se. Now, there is a hybrid version of this. So the hybrid version of this is something like, Elon Musk to Tesla, or what Steve Jobs was to Apple, or Jessica Alba to The Honest Company, right? These were people that were leaders or founders in their company. They are known in the marketplace. They have their own social media profiles. Jessica Alba, an actress, right? But she's a mother as well, and so much to her lifestyle. But she established a separate company which sells its own products, and it will outlive her, hopefully, as long as the business does well. It will outlive her, and so will Tesla, and Apple has outlived Steve Jobs. So what we are seeing now is a hybrid where there is a brand persona, there is someone that is speaking, that's going out there and getting out there, and they do have a business as well. So we've come to the place in the video where we decide what is the best way for you to go forward with your personal brand and or business. So now we've come to the part where we decide what you should do. Should you have a personal brand or should you have a business? Now, they both are businesses, just so you know. But your approach to how you connect with your audience is different. So let's go ahead and decide what you should do. So if you are feeling like you're excited about building community, very authentic, really deep connection with an audience, you are interested in sharing your multiple passions and what you're up to, and it's based off of your story, and you feel like you really want to create a legacy around your name and what you've given back, then a personal brand is great for you. The only drawbacks, of course, is that this business is largely created around you. And so when you aren't showing up anymore, the business is not showing up anymore. And so if you're okay with that and you're excited about that, and then go for it. If you want to be more hands-off, you don't always want to be the face of the business, and you are even thinking of selling the business, then you should go ahead and have a business brand without you being the face of it or any specific individual being the face. You can hire spokespeople. You can hire user-generated content providers. You can produce commercials that feature people, you or your team members, but you don't have to be the face. If that's what you want to do, then just go ahead with the business brand. My advice though is, why not do both? Have a personal brand. Have a way that if you're a professional, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're excited about the future and you want to attract really unique opportunities, whether it be in media, speaking, maybe you just are really social as an individual, you want to make an impact, have a personal brand, right? Because you could share a message with anybody, anytime, anywhere, based on whatever it is that you're up to or any cause that you're wanting to push people to. Have a personal brand and have a business brand, right? So maybe you do have a business and you have a team, right? Empower that team. Make sure that business is out there. Make sure it's getting out there. So if you feel like, wow, I have so much going on, I do like the elements of building a business, selling it, but I also want to have a unique voice and distinct voice out there, do both. You might need to have two websites in this case, a website for your personal brand and a website for your business. If you don't care for having both, then choose one. So if you are deciding to build a personal brand, why not go ahead and subscribe, like this video, and be sure to check us out at personalbrandboss.com, where there are resources, tips, insights to help you get out there, build and grow your personal brand, as well as special services to help you do that with success. Also, be sure to check out the description of this video or click the link wherever it is around this video so that you can learn more about how we can help you build your personal brand like a boss.